just wanted to share with you what we've been up to as far as around the house. We've had a lot of visitors lately and a lot of busy things outside the house, but I have been busy inside the house as well, just kind of creating a more calming, peaceful environment. So a couple weeks ago, we had our vacation Bible school at church, so that was a busy week. All the kids went, my oldest helped, and then the other kids attended. And then the following week, volleyball started for my two older girls, so we were busy in the mornings for that, and we had a bunch of dentist appointments. I think 4 of the 5 days that week we were at the dentist's office. And then this past week, my sister and her 5 kids were in from out of state. So we spent the week doing different things with them, swimming, going to the beach, parks, that kind of thing. So we stayed busy during the day and there wasn't a whole lot of downtime at home. But when we were home and in between all these activities and appointments, I have been working to declutter. So about 5 years ago, 5 years ago, when we first wanted to move from our previous home, I was reading a book on minimalism, and I don't remember why I started reading it, but it kind of made me start thinking about when we went to go list our house. You know, we knew it was going to be a couple years, but when we wanted to list our house, we would need to declutter and kind of stage the home. So I started thinking about what we could do leading up to that point as far as getting rid of stuff. And so I really decluttered a lot at our old house. And so then when it came time to list the house on the market, you know, a year and a half ago, it was a lot easier. There wasn't much to get away or put away or get rid of. Nothing we had to hide. We actually didn't have to get rid of any furniture at that point. We didn't have to pack anything away. We had already voluntarily packed away books. We love books. We have a lot of books. But anyway, so it was a really easy process to list the home. We didn't have to do much of anything. Then we moved here and we brought all of our stuff. Well, okay, I won't say all of it. Let me back up again. So when we sold our house, it was a 2,600 square foot house, and we got rid of some living room furniture because we went from having a family room and a living room and a separate dining room to having just a living room and a kitchen. So we got rid of all the extra furniture ahead of time. And then when we moved here, we bought a couch specifically, or that fit the specific size of our living room here. So we were already kind of in the process of letting things go and understanding what we actually needed, what we could live with, that kind of thing. But once we moved here, I got out of the habit of decluttering and clearing the clutter away. And so moving closer to family made it easier for them to pass along hand-me-downs and things that they no longer needed. And I just started collecting and accumulating things. And it didn't look cluttered per se. I guess to the normal person it looked neat and tidy. But to me, I could tell that we had too much stuff. Things we didn't need. I was taking in clothes from my sisters that I never wore. I was still wearing the same, 4 or 5 outfits a week. So just in the last couple weeks, it's really started to grate on my nerves about how much clutter, to me, we have. And things that I know we don't use, and yet I'm straightening them up every day because they're getting moved around and pulled out and just left for nothing. So I started with the kitchen because we have very limited counter space, and I'll show you in a little bit what it looks like. But very limited counter space, but we are a family of 7. So when we do groceries and we bring home all these fresh fruits and vegetables, I have to have somewhere to put them. And so my countertop was being covered with the fresh groceries, which I'm not going to say is a bad thing. I'm happy that we can afford fresh produce and that we eat it and that we love it. But it left very little room for when I wanted to bake or cook. There was no room to set pots or bowls in the process of cooking and baking. Finally started looking through drawers and whatnot and realizing that I had a lot of utensils and silverware and cookware and bakeware that I wasn't using. I was, just like with clothes, I was using the same kitchen items, every day. So I went through and cleared out things that we don't need, repeat objects, duplicates. Like I had the same size skillets in both stainless steel and nonstick for no reason. So I got rid of one set. I had multiple pots, but we only have 5 burners, so if I have a skillet or a pan on this stove, there's no way I can use all 6 or 7 pots. It didn't make any sense to have all these items. So I got rid of older things and kept the newer things. And same with bakeware. I don't know why I needed all these specialty pans and then never use them. I don't know why I needed individual loaf pans if I have a giant pan that has 4 of them already in it. Like, it was just things that were given to me or that I acquired or that, you know, whatever. And we weren't using them. So I went through all that and cleared it out. And the kitchen is a much easier place to clean now. It's easier to find things. You don't have to sift through things. I'm not having to rearrange small appliances to get to pans and whatnot in the cupboards. So we did that. And then once I did that and was excited about it, I started doing the bedrooms and the living room. And so I'll walk you through real quick what we did. All of us pared down our clothes. The kids now have 2 bins or drawers that they keep all their clothes in. We got rid of the dressers. We no longer use them for dressers or as dressers for clothing. One of them is in my girls' closet to hold jewelry boxes and the one small bin of things that they could keep in their room as far as toys. With all the toys, Legos, Barbies, everything's in the basement now. 2 other dressers that we had in the kids' room, we moved to the basement and put all the Legos and Barbies in so that they're all in one place, all contained, and we don't have, 27 bins of Legos. They're all in drawers. And so when they need something, they can open the drawer, find it, and they can sit there at the table in the basement and do it. I am not going to be sucking up any Legos anymore upstairs with the vacuum. And then we were able to create little reading nooks in the kids' rooms because we moved the furniture out and we condensed everything. And so far, so good. We've had about a week of, today is exactly a week, of paring down the kids' clothing. And so far, it's worked beautifully. Nobody's run out of anything. We aren't scrambling around looking for some item that we packed away. And I didn't get rid of all the kids' clothing that we took out of their drawers. I just simply put them in Rubbermaid bins in the basement, and we're going to keep them for, I'll probably wait a month or 2. And if we decide that we definitely don't need them, we're not looking for anything specific, then I'm going to go ahead and pass them on to my sister-in-law or whomever would need them for their kids. That's usually what we do in our families. We pass it to the next people that have kids right after us. So the kids have 4 to 5 outfits in their individual bins, and it's really the stuff they were wearing all the time anyways. So nobody's missing anything. My husband and I also went through our stuff. We got rid of one set of drawers. We moved it into the closet for all our athletic and workout clothes. And then I created more space. It feels a little more airy and open in here. So I'll walk you through each room quickly and show you. And then I'll do a different video on how we decluttered and go through that in a little more detail. So in the kitchen here, the countertops are pretty clear, minus the ginger ale and the coffee. Fruits and vegetables all have a different home. Some on top of the refrigerator and some in other baskets where kids can reach them. But it's just nice to have the space for when we cook. And even when we're doing dishes, we can put all the dirty dishes up there. The only thing that I don't like right now is this section. I need to find a stainless steel in the sink dish drainer or strainer, whatever it's called. I got rid of our plastic one that sat on the counter because it was getting pretty gross. So this kind of bothers me, but it'll do for now until I find what I want for inside the sink. And then I would like to be able to use that counter space. Cabinets and whatnot, I won't go through each one. I'm going to move in here real quick. I'm going to do this quickly. My girls are watching TV. But we got rid of the bookcase there. It's in the basement. That's just a basket of library books. All of the blankets we had in that basket are now in the hope chest. Hello. And I got rid of a lot of blankets. We had a ton. So I probably got rid of 10 or 12 of them. And then we got rid of many books that we no longer read or that we could get from the library and just kept this one set of books here. Those are all my husband's Bible books up there. But this one set, and we moved it over here to give us more space opening here. I got rid of all the extra accent pillows because we never use them. Nobody really liked them. Yes, they're watching Seventh Heaven. Then we come into the boys' room. The dresser was there. Now their clothes are in these drawers here. That's their reading corner. It just looks a lot more open and inviting. Nothing is cluttered or crammed together. It's easier to vacuum, I will say that too. This way is my girls' room. There are 3 girls sharing this room, so it was great to get rid of the cubbies. There are now laying down here with their clothing bins. Easy to reach, easy to keep neat. There was a nightstand there. It's now here with the CD player and the record player there. This is their reading corner. And the 2 dressers were over here. And now this is more open. My daughter sleeps on the floor if she's too hot in her top bunk. And it's just an easier space to keep neat. We can see what's out, what needs to be put away. And there aren't toys and Legos and things scattered everywhere. I'll show you real quick in the closet. This is where we have one dresser. It's there with the karaoke machine. Oh, and a random purse. And then we got rid of most of their extra purses and bags, just kept one backpack and one little purse for each of them. And those are their electronics. But this just holds jeans and sweatshirts in one drawer for all 3 girls in one drawer. Jewelry boxes, banks, and the one small bin of things they wanted to keep in here, like their little LOL dolls or whatever. But again, easier to vacuum, easier to keep neat. In our room, we get rid of the drawers that were here. This is clutter that I need to do something with. Some walkie-talkies and some cords. But our room is very small, so, and sorry the bed is messed up. I was just sitting there. Our room is very small, so keeping fewer things in it makes it look a lot neater. I would love to get rid of this, but it is a pain to get in and out of here. It took 4 or 5 guys to get it in here when we moved in. So for now it's going to stay because my husband doesn't want to deal with it. But we cut back on our clothing, and like I said, we moved it 1 set of drawers into here for all our athletic wear. I went through my jewelry last night and got rid of things I don't wear, but this, like I said, it's a small room. I'd like to get rid of my nightstand at some point, but I don't want to get rid of the 2 things on top, the 2 little frame things. Those are special to me, so I don't know what I'm going to do yet. But that's the room. So that's what we did, and that's what we've gotten rid of. I ended up taking 2 vanfuls of stuff to Goodwill. I've passed on some clothes, or will be passing on some clothes to my sister-in-law. The only rooms I haven't done yet are the school room, and that's partly because I'm still planning out our school year. So it's cluttered for now. I'm okay with that. And yes, it drives me nuts because you have to walk in and out of this room to go out the back door and into the kitchen. But that's okay. I can show you in another video our process for getting rid of things. But for now, that's what we've been up to. That's what we've been spending our time doing in between all the fun times with cousins and family. And as we declutter more, I can keep you updated if you like these kinds of videos. If there's something specific you want to see or know how we did, feel free to comment and ask. I can tell you what we did or how we did it. And then, like I said, I'll do a video with how we got rid of kid things and decluttered those spaces. I involved all 5 of my kids to do that. And then how I roped my husband into helping get rid of his stuff. And then once I get the schoolroom decluttered and our game closet and things like that, I'll update you with another video. So I hope you hit like, thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe so you can keep up with what we're doing, where we're going, and what we're getting rid of. And I'll check back in with you soon.